welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on my machine, but I'm not going to be embroidering. I'm going to be doing some maintenance on my machine, and I want to bring you in to let you know how I do maintenance on my Ricoma EM1010. Yeah, this might apply to your own embroidery machine if you don't have this kind of machine and you have another brand. It's maintenance, people, and maintenance is necessary to do on all embroidery machines. Actually, in all machines, including your car, okay? So I'm gonna show you all the little steps that I take, which is very easy, not complicated, on doing maintenance on my Ricoma EM1010, okay? So guys, I can't wait to start, so let's go at it. These are the items that I use to maintain my machine. This is my Ricoma EM1010, and these are the same items that you're gonna be using if you have a multi-needle embroidery machine, Ricoma, any other brand, basically, all right? I do basic maintenance if I use my embroidery machine more than 4 hours. No matter if I stop at 4 hours, 5 hours, I'm gonna do light maintenance, and that includes oiling my machine and cleaning my machine around. If I am embroidering a lot, let's say I have a big work to do, or I am doing my own craft or whatever, and I'm embroidering constantly for a whole day, I will change the needles of my machine after 5 hours of use. That's what I do. I like it because it gives me a better quality of embroidery, and these apply to any embroidery machine. It doesn't matter the brand, all right? That's what I do, all right? So this is a white lithium grease, and I'm gonna show you where I use. This is something that you don't use every week or every month. I will explain this with more detail, all right? Yeah, so the needles, like I say, I switch it if they break, of course. I don't keep my needles forever if they don't break. They, believe me, it will change the quality of your embroidery if you don't change your needles often. So let's get started, people. The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to clean the machine around before I oil it, because I don't want to oil it before, because then when you try to clean it, you're gonna see all the oil in the area lubricated, and it's gonna be more difficult. You know what I'm saying? So there are different kind of oils. I have this oil, lily white lubricant. This is stainless oil right here, and I bought this empty bottle with a thin needle, and I placed it here. This is the same oil. Reason why I did this is because this one is more precise. It just gives me exactly the amount of drops that I want. This one has like a bigger opening and it's more messy. But the reason why I like this is because it's stainless. If you use your machine right after you oil it, which I don't recommend, then this oil will stain it, but you can wash it and it will come off. Some oil stains, all right? This one is another one that I also use at times. This is the Madeira brand. They say that it's stainless, but I don't know. I have issues with this one, but it works, okay? This one comes already with a needle attached. Of course, this is more expensive. I didn't order from Madeira. I ordered from All Stitch again, because Madeira, if you order this by itself, it will charge you regular shipping plus a fee because you didn't spend enough money. I don't know if they have changed their policy lately, but that's the way it was the last time that I ordered from Madeira threads and stuff like that. So if you like this kind of convenience of having it like a pen, like in your pocket, this one you can get it from All Stitch. I don't have any connection with All Stitch, but I like the company. I order everything that is embroidery. I order it from All Stitch. And this is are the needles that my machine used. This is a sharp needle, and that's the one that I'm gonna switch my needle. If you do embroidery, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. I use this empty container, but this is just an old medication container that I use to put my used needles. I don't throw away the needles in the trash, because anybody that will handle the trash, they can pick up the trash and they can, hurt themselves. So I put them in here, and then I throw it away like this. It's not gonna hurt anybody, all right? Especially when you have children, you're around your home, you don't want to just drop it on the trash. Just put them in a safe place. So that's what I use this for. And then I'm going to demonstrate, which is the last thing that I'm going to do, is change a couple of needles, or maybe one, to show you how this works. This is the new item that I mentioned on my last video. I think it was a week ago. It's an item that I bought that will help me change the needle with ease. is amazing. Like I mentioned before on the other video, it's kind of pricey. It's over $70. And I will show you how to use this, all right? This is the tool that I use, the screw driver that I use to open the plate where I'm gonna be cleaning. It's flat and it can get into very narrow places. And I'm gonna show you how I use it. I got this from Home Depot. All right, it's very simple. And yeah, I think this is everything for now. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and change the camera towards the embroidery machine, and I'll see you when I'm over there, okay? All right, guys. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is clean my machine from all the dust. And I forgot to mention the brushes that I use. This is just a regular makeup brush. I think it's too close for you to see right here. Yeah, just a regular makeup brush, and I make sure that it doesn't shed easily. You don't want nothing that sheds that will, leave residue of hair inside your machine. Just do this test, and if it doesn't come off, it's a good one. And this one is a regular eyelash applicator, for the eyelashes. And you put your reamer. This is like a disposable one that you can buy to replace the old one. Make sure the same thing, that this is a good quality one, that is not going to break here and stay inside your machine. You want to make sure that this is not going to go anywhere when you use this, okay? So I'm going to show you how easy that I use this. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start with here, and I'm going to take off my bobbin case with the bobbin thread. And what I do is I clean with the brush. I clean around. You see, I have thread in here from the last time that I used the machine, which it should not be in there, only a couple of them, because I do clean up, like I told you, after I use my machine. I don't just turn it off and keep going. No, I do this every time that I use my machine, every time, okay? You see there's almost nothing in there because I cleaned it last time. And then the next thing that I do is that I'm going to open the top. And actually, let me turn on the machine to turn on the light so we have better lighting. It might help a little bit. Okay, that must be, I think you guys see better. And I'm gonna lower the camera because I want you to see. Some people are having issues with multiple thread breaks. And I'm gonna tell you people what I learned. The first thing that I check is back here. I open this and I make sure that that place is clean. And almost every time that my thread breaks and I check back there, guess what I find? It's a lot of thread in that area because I've been doing a lot of embroidering that day. And yeah, so I will suggest for you again, every 4 hours, stop the machine, check everything that is clean, oil your machine, wait for a little bit, and continue. And like I said, this is not just with this machine, this is with any multi-needle embroidery machine. If you do a lot of embroidery, do that, okay? And believe me, if this is like most of the time. The other time then is that I need to adjust the knobs and make sure that the tension is correct. But that is the least of the time. Most of the time, you see how I'm using this tool? Just to open. Of course, if you have another machine, it might be different, but with the Ricoma, the EM1010, this is the way you open here. Okay. This machine stays clean before I close the shop. Then all you have to do is lift up the top and clean in here with the same brush. And you can use this one right here that I showed you before. When you don't do that, what happens is that, some pieces of thread stays in here. When they're cutting, especially on the jump stitches that it cuts, sometimes it accumulates in here. So what that happens is that if you don't clean it, burntness occurs, and then it can ruin your whole embroidery. So that's why it's very important to cleaning here. So I very seldom oiling here. I do it, but it's not every time that I use the machine. It's very, very rare. It's very seldom. I don't oil in that much. If I do, I put a little drop of oil in here, in this area right back here. And that's it. Okay, so that is clean. You saw a little piece left, nothing much in there. And that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna oil the bobbin case. Sorry that I'm moving you around, but I want you to see what I'm doing right here. So very little oil. You don't have to splatter. One point that I do it is back here between these two metals in here, because it moves back and forth right here, and on the other side right here. One squeeze. That's it. And I'm done. All right. Okay. All right. So that's it. That's the only oiling that I do. And then I'm gonna place back my bobbin, the bobbin case with the thread. I need to cut down my nails. They're too long. My nails are too long. I need to trim them. And you hear the click and it's there. Okay. So I'm moving up. Okay, so now for the daily oiling that I do after I use my machine. I usually do it at the end of my day, and then I let it rest. Sometimes I place like a cloth in here, so in case it drips. Rarely happens, and it happens because I place too much. So when I do it the correct way, I don't have to worry about it. But just in case, I always put like a covering here so that it doesn't get oil or anything like that. So this is what I do. So this is the top of the needles, and you're gonna use your bottle. And the only thing you're gonna do for this part is that you're gonna do one little drop of oil on top of the back of the machine. Okay, just a little drop. You're not gonna go squeeze hard, just a little bit. And I do this at the end of every day that I use my machine. I do it at the end of the day and let it rest overnight. Okay. The other place that needs maintenance, this one is, I would say, depending on how the area look, most likely every 3 months, every 6 months, depending on how it looks. The last time I did it, I overdid it, so I'm not due to do it anytime soon because I overdid it. Okay, needle one, so it moved. Okay, you see this plate in here? This is like a pasty oil. Let me get it closer. Right here. It's a pasty oil that you place in here. I can just spread it a little bit because I have some left. You don't put much of it at all. And you're going to place it all the way back. And then let me put it in needle 10. And then you're going to go to the other side. Here's what I overdid it. You see how it's spread it a little bit? And you want to keep it thin, a thin layer of this in here, okay? All right. And this is the oil that I showed you earlier, right here. That is called white lithium grease. You can find this in Home Depot. I bought it from Amazon, and it's going to last me for a lifetime because it comes in 2-pack. So I had 2 big ones like this, but you don't do it often at all. And I'm talking about this machine in particular. I'm talking about my machine, the Ricoma EM1010. All right. Okay, let me see what else. Now I'm going to go ahead. Now that I'm done this, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use this tool right here. And I'm going to change one needle so that I can demonstrate. I'm not due to change my needles yet, but I'm going to change one so that I can show you exactly how it works. And then I'm going to show you the regular way to do it without that tool. And I need to clean my hand. It's full of grease before I continue. I'm going to lower the camera again, and I'm going to get you into position, okay? Let me place this in needle number 5, right in the middle, so it's easier for you to see. Okay. I'm going to choose this one right here. Okay, so this is the tool that I use right here to work with the needles. So I'm going to loosen it up a little bit. Again, when you do this, if you haven't Ricoma and you haven't done this, don't loosen it up too much because the whole foot is going to drop. Ask me how I know. Okay, don't do it. Just go around twice and that's it. Don't do it too much. And you can, able to move it. Okay, you see how easy it came out? I didn't have to do much. Okay, so I'm going to dispose of this needle in here. Even though it's a good one, but I dispose of it. I'm going to put a new one, so no sense of keeping it. Okay, so now I'm going to have the new needle. You're going to use a twister and you're going to hold it. And you're going to make sure that the needle is facing you, the hole of the needle, so you can see it. You can see the hole in front of you. Okay. Make sure that you can see the hole facing you. And make sure that there is an indentation in the back of the needle. That indentation is going to face back. And that's why I got the other tool, because believe me, it makes it easier. The tool will do it for you. You don't have to worry about it. All you're going to do is that you're going to insert it. And you're going to put it inside the hole. Okay, and it's in. It was in, it came out. All right. This thread is bothering me, so let me get it out of the way. Hold it. Place the foot down. Find the hole and push in. And it's in, okay? That is with the twister. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera back so I can show you better. This is a tool that I got to make my life easier. So this is the needle. This is the tool. You see this part in here, you're going to pull back. If you notice, there's a hole open. If you notice, it closed. Open, close, open, close. So you're going to drop the needle. On these needles, on these machines, and most of the machines that are multi-needle, most of them, very few, they don't use these kind of needles, but most of them do. For these needles, you have to parse to it, and I have a video that includes an explanation with great detail. You have to parse, so you have the front of the needle and you have the back of the needle. The front of the needle has a line in the middle, and then the back of the needle have like an indentation, dips in the back, and that is how you know that the body of the needle is placed the correct way on your machine. Okay, I do it by feel. I feel it, and then I position the needle the correct way. And sometimes it's difficult to know if it's straight. You're supposed to have your hole facing you. Okay, guys, so this is for a closer look. This is the way the needle is going to go on this. This has a release mechanism. You're going to pull back. And this is how you open it and you close it. You open it and you close it. So you're going to place the needle in any position. You don't have to worry about the positioning. This tool is going to fix it, put it in place. You're going to close it. Okay. And then you're going to turn it and it's going to click. It's not a loud click, but you're going to hear it when it's in position. Okay. And I'm going to turn it around and it clicked right there. Now I know it's in position. It's a very faint click. It's not a loud click. You can see the hole in front of you of where the thread goes, and you will know that it's in position. I'm going to do it again, okay? I'm going to take off the needle. I'm going to pull back, Put it flat like this, okay? Always with this round thing in on the top. You're gonna pull back. You're gonna place the needle. You're gonna close it, and then you're gonna turn it. You see? I don't know if you hear it, but I did. And I'm gonna move the camera up so that you can see how I'm gonna insert the needle in there. Okay? I'm gonna lower the foot. I'm gonna insert the needle this way. I'm gonna place it directly to the front of me. Okay? Straight up, straight. And I know I might block you, but I really need to, to do this. And I'm gonna place it in the hole, push up, and the needle is in place. I'm gonna move your back so that I can do this because the tool is in the way. So I'm gonna keep it in there. Okay. And then I'm gonna tie up the needle. Okay. Now that it's in there, I'm gonna release it. Okay, it's off. I'm new at this tool too, okay? This is my first time doing it, but I wanted to do it with you guys. Okay, so now that it's in place, I'm gonna make sure I can see the hole is perfect, nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tighten it a little bit more. Remember, you don't have to tie this so tight because, you know, you don't want to overdo it, okay? Just tighten it a little bit. And it's in place. And that's done. I don't have to worry about whether the needle is backwards. It's easy to place in there, and I am happy with it. You just put it in there, it's done. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like, whether the groove is here, the thing is here. You don't have to worry about that. It's done. And I took longer because I am new with the tool. The more I use it, I'm sure it's going to be easier for me. And I'm very excited about it, people. I think I'm done with all of the maintenance. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think I've done everything. Let me thread this again because I have to embroider 3 shirts. And I already set up the colors and everything. So the machine is set up to go. And yeah. That's it. I'm done. So I'm gonna move the camera around because I think I'm done. I don't think I need to show you anything else. I'm thinking. No. So I'm gonna move the camera around and I'll see you in a little bit, okay? So this is everything for now. If you have any questions about how to maintain the machine or any questions about my Ricoma EM1010, let me know down below in the description box. You can ask all the questions you want and I'll gladly will answer those questions. If you are interested on getting a multi-needle embroidery machine, consider Ricoma. I have a link down below that you can use and you can contact Ricoma and ask all the questions you have about their products, including the EM1010, the 50 needle embroidery machine, 20 needle embroidery machine, and multi-heads, okay? So this is everything for now. I will see you soon with new content. Until next time, bye. Hasta luego.